What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This might be a shorter one, so I'm working on my steel production, and maybe want you guys to, you may be interested in this. So, starting to make a lot more money. Last time I didn't do any. I think I have a couple quests. So I've spent a day in the game so far working on this, so about 20-25 minutes. I figured out the math for this, so I'm gonna get it so it's well balanced, and I don't have a lot of extra byproduct coming out. So what I figured out essentially is I need 5 of these things. So these guys are basically producing 11, a little bit more than 11. So I have 5 of these, so that's 55. And then I have 2 smelters, that's 10 more. So 55 plus 20 is 75. And then that 0.2 is basically times 5, so 76 technically. Now 5 of these, if you do the math on that, that is 75 as well. 50 plus 25 is 75. So that works out. So that's kind of what you need, I guess. You need 5 of these anthenors. It's like an anthenors, and 2 smelters, and that'll work. So what I've been doing basically, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to elevator up, put charcoal in these 2, and then elevator back down. So and then I'll show you something else I did as well. So elevator up to there. And then that'll feed there, that'll come over, and I can, once it's full, it'll elevator itself down. We'll see how this works. I don't know if this is going to be super ideal or not. And then the other issue, this is only feeding itself, so I'm going to have to bring some extra. Basically, I'll probably take some from, my extra over there. There's some buffer boxes around, but I'll probably plumb it so that these 2 can come over here, and then I can plumb it so that those 2 can come over here as well. Ideally, I kind of make myself a round robin, but I didn't really think that through. So initially, I just need to feed it, and then it won't feed itself. I'm going to need some extra output. So that's the most challenging part, is how do you balance the 5 of these? So underneath here, basically I have it so these 2 produce in the middle and then they split, right? So they're feeding these 4. And then I end up with a little bit of extra output. So originally I had sort of 2 boxes here. What I may do, I don't really have enough room. Ideally one of these feeds that side. I really just need them to all be balanced. So I may add, because this, I already am sticking out that direction. I may want to add a belt, basically, that goes around and ties all of these together. It might be worth it. So we'll start here, because I had this originally like that a while ago. The other thing I've been doing to make sure I have enough supply, or to deal with extra, is I put a couple of these diverters in here. So basically it gives priority to the actual steel production. But if there's any extra, like those 2 that just spit out, that one's extra, those will actually go down to the bottom belt. That bottom belt gets any extra that happens to come up here, and it's the same on both of those stacks. And there's a little bit of kind of elevator system in there, so they'll go down on these belts, and then that belt will go down onto this belt. And then that's also getting supplied by its own little dedicated setup. Why do these things, I feel like they're not running at 5 per minute. They say they're running at 5 per minute. If they were, it should be backed. It shouldn't be backed up like this. Maybe I need to experiment and put a 3rd one on these to see what happens, but I won't do that here. That's just my thoughts. So I can elevator up and over to connect to this belt, and then I'll continue the loop around, and then I'll figure out how to loop it around on that side to connect it back into here. I probably will have to, because this will take output. I kind of want to make sure this middle belt is fed. So what I can do is I can switch to the tall box, and then this kind of gives me a joiner. So as I bring a belt around, I can basically feed it back into this box. It doesn't necessarily feed it onto this belt though. I would have to build something out here, which maybe I'll just do this instead, and that'll feed it in. Probably move this over. Let's move that. Oh, sure. Let's do this real quick. I wanna... The big thing I've been doing is basically making sure that the output is clear so it doesn't back up. So I've been taking these and putting in a little box as a little buffer box essentially. So all of these outputs have a buffer box. I just switched that to a big one, and then there's a big one over here. And then I'm able to elevator out the extra output. That's gonna mess stuff up. That's gonna mess stuff up. There's no belt there. I got lucky. Okay, so I can put that back. I couldn't remember if I had stuff flowing on that second level belt, but I don't. The thing I gotta watch out for is this one. So I need to raise this up one more, because I might want to use that belt right in the middle. Or I can just do this and have it go straight into that storage. That's even better. So from here, I can take this output. Yep. So I'll have these combine again. And then I think I'm going to take that again. And then I'm just going to elevator those down into this box over here. Out into there. Up into here. Dude, this is like a freaking Chinese finger trap on amped up. Huge. Okay, so because these are sort of backwards. This one, which way are your arrows? That's coming out. So instead of looping all the way around, I still need this one to connect to these. And then ideally I get stuff onto this input. So actually, yeah, I just care more about the input. And then the output will feed itself. I just need to make sure this input is clogged, because right now it's getting reduced. It's not quite clogged. Okay, let's go check. I may have an urgent request or two. If I had an urgent from yesterday, I missed it. See, I would have missed this one. Okay, random request. Let's go collect this stuff. So I need soap and matches, right? Here, I need a little bit more soap. And then healing potions, just need a few. Oh yeah, I've been splitting my production. That box is full, and I do have that priority thing now. Well, I guess it's full, so it just backs itself up, and then the rest of it comes out on the line. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably what was slowing down my production for a little while. In my last video, I kind of talked about, I'm starting to actually sell more bandages. That's because I had to fill up that box first. That one's good. Random request. Oh, I don't have enough soap for both of those. Let's grab some more soapies. A little bit more. That's enough. I've seen, and the reason I'm kind of trying to perfect this is I've seen people complain about these iron ingots stopping their steel production. So I'm gonna think through that a little bit as well. So for now, we're gonna add our basically connector belts around the outside. So I'm gonna elevator up and that'll elevator over, and we need some lab stands. That'll connect here, and then I think as long as I connect the output, no, I might. How do I want to do this? Because this is output, feeding, input, and input, and then its own output is sort of feeding itself, but it's skipping this belt. So this smelter is feeding this box, that smelter. So I think what I need to do, this is tricky. Oh, I need to take it from right there. That's what I need to do. That's the issue. So I need to rotate it from here, or do I want to feed it on? So that, good. Those two are connected, and then I take any extra off. Yep. Okay. Take any extra off, and then I'll feed it into here. How can I do this? Ooh, I have an idea. We're going to go down a level, so if there are extra, it will continue in a circle. Okay. It's a very rudimentary circle. These aren't needed. I think I can do this a different way. Okay. So, I don't know, I'm solving very nuanced problems here, and it's... So, that box above me that's peeking out, that's going to add into the line. Oh, no, I did that wrong. I want the bottom to come this way, and then the top go that way, and then I'll have a line here of iron. And then now, let me just do that so I can see it. And then this belt, this one will be like this, and that will feed here. So as this one has extra like it is right now, so it's taken out of that buffer box, basically it's going to make sure this thing is full, and then it's putting the rest on the line. And then I can come through here. Let's start from here. Oh, I guess I'm starting from there. Whatever. And that. Can I go that way first? And then, no. There we go. Oh, I'm running into stuff. Don't do that. Oh, because I'm on the wrong line. That's why. Oh, and I'm running out of charcoal on the bottom level, so I may need to ramp up that a little bit. We'll have to monitor these, because that was completely backed up. That's why I kept adding one more, add one more, because I had enough powder. Let me get rid of this. This is in the way. Let me do it the other direction, like that. Oh, no. It's been a long day. It's exciting, but okay. Let me just make sure I'm starting from where I know where I'm starting from. Okay. So now we have these coming out on this side. So what I want to do, I'll go ahead and feed, and how do I have it? I have extra from the middle coming out. The hardest part is getting it back into the middle. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I don't know if I want to flip these around. It might make it easier if I flip these around. I almost want to copy this production and then try flipping it around, because everything else I have it so that those go in the middle. I think it would simplify it so much if I flipped everything around. Otherwise, what I can do is just make sure these feed that direction first, and then I guess this is feeding the middle. Oh, right here. Doy. And so is that. Okay. That's how I feed the middle. Okay. I just need to put a bigger box, and then I can take the extra off of here and basically feed that top box. So I think what we do then is, because this one's feeding here, so I put a tall box here. Yep. I think this will work just fine. And then essentially these will kind of feed each other. This will feed the front, because I want the outputs to be clear. I don't want anything blocking the output. I don't mind I want the inputs to basically be blocked, and then I want a clear path on the output. So the output of this one is blocked right now, so I need to unblock that. So I'm going to take basically off of here, combine it with this line, and feed the middle that direction. And maybe that's all I need. So for this side, well, I needed to connect these, and then this extra, because theoretically I could have sort of done the same thing over here. But I needed to feed this guy. And then, yeah, I think that'll work. So feed that guy, I bring these belts around, and then I kind of want to feed that, and then I may, oh yeah, I already talked about that. I feel like, because there's extra, so how could I do that? I could drop it down from this level, but then, yeah, I feel better now. My buffer's there, so that's going to, why is it these backed up? Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to open this up. I wonder if I'm running out of fuel. Maybe that's why. 6. That's why. There we go. Why? Because I gotta fill that one as well. Let's try this maybe. Okay, there we go. Now that clears that up. I'm like, why is this thing, these should be backed up before. Okay, now we can put our back in up here. Okay, so now those are backed up on the input. That input's backed up. That input's backed up. This input is no longer backed up. So we're about to back it up by bringing this over. And then I think for now, that seems to be balanced. So yeah, let's just try this out and see how it looks once I bring this around. An elevator up. That's probably going to back it up. So I think what I need to do then is pull one out of here. So this will be, I'll just put a block down and then use lab stands. Yep. And then I need to elevator, will go like that. Okay, so that'll continue the cycle. So this is a small runway, but obviously it'll give priority there. This will put priority back on the input. These are only going to the input of these four, but then I have the output of those two feeding this, which is 20 per second, and then or 22.4 per second. It only needs 15, so the 7 extra, well, technically it'll split 50-50, but this one down here, this 5th one might still be starved a little bit. I may want to be slightly creative. This is if you watch one of my other videos about belt math, this is what I'm talking about. So I basically need to put more in here. So this belt is supplying itself, which is 11.2. And it's also getting supply from, I guess it's getting supply out of here too. And yeah, no, we're fine. I'm not going to do that. I forgot this one goes this direction. So these two are actually feeding these out boxes, plus these two. These out boxes go back and feed itself, which puts more over there. Oh no, this one's feeding this direction. So that out box is feeding this way. And then maybe I do the same thing. I might want, that's what I was thinking earlier. I think I want this one to come across and feed this line first before coming through and feeding this top line. Yeah, so we'll do that. I like that. I'll just copy, I guess I did that. That's fine. We'll copy that on though, and we need to fix the belts. And then what we'll do is now I want to elevator these to the other side first. So basically, because these two boxes here are taking some of the extra off the smelter. You know, it's also taking, that's going that direction. Yeah, so that output is feeding this one, plus it's feeding back. Yeah, it's feeding that a few times. That's fine, but that's part of the circle. I need the circle to go through and feed the middle. But this one, I want to feed the other side first. So we'll take the output, put it back. And this is where I can use, put a lab stand down. Gotta clear these, and then we can use one of these cool cross tunnels. So we want to rotate that. That works. So those will pass through. And then now these will pass through. And then I can add them. How does this thing, do I need to? Yeah, that's not getting backed up. That's not getting backed up. So really I need to, yeah, I guess I was trying to think if there's a way, because ideally I add it to this corner right here, but I'd have to come out of my boundary. That's where you have a merger. So let me go research that real quick. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is got me all excited. And then I'll have to put it over here, and then my belt nonsense, my belt voodoo is getting kind of wild if I do that, but there's room for it. So let's see once that's done. Okay, so we'll put this in, let that rock past or that item, whatever. Okay, so priority merger, and then essentially I need to get this belt over here, and then we'll elevator it. And this thing is like giant spaghetti, man. People that make these all elegant, kudos to them, for real. And this is all just, it's like when you build a house and then you build a crazy addition, and then you build another addition, and you build another addition, and then you realize, oh wait, you forgot to actually connect all your plumbing systems together. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I get to see in there. So normally these are on ground level, so you can't really see on my iron. My iron's basically going in a nice loop all the way around. Those will get combined together. Oh, what is this doing? That was some other idea that I had that I didn't need to do. Iron comes around, it comes up, And then from here, some of it goes to here, so this is nice and full. And then if this is full, then it goes back into the loop. And then in the loop, it goes back into the middle. This still has a lot of extra, and I was kind of worried about that. I kind of want to take extra out. Ideally, I put in a priority merger. I think we're going to do that. Let me see what it looks like again. Or priority splitter, I mean. So 1 input, 2 outputs, and then there's room for me to get the material back up and over, and then I can merge it back down. I can bring this belt over, maybe bring that over. So what I'm thinking about is a couple of these stands, and then this one over here, and then I'm able to combine it into this line here. Yep. Okay. So what we need here then is, because this side's empty, this side is the one that's always backed up. So this is going to get switched to basically a priority merger. So my loop gets broken, so it's going to make sure it feeds the bottom first. So our priority splitter, and then I need to make sure transform. And then I need to make sure the priority is on the bottom. I want to rotate it like this, so priority goes to the bottom, and then I can, how do I want to do this? I could put, I guess I'll lift it up a level, and then I'll elevator down, and then I'm most likely going to need to see what I'm doing, so let me elevator down, that's working, and get the priority splitter. Looks like gold is on the bottom. Is gold on the bottom? I can't see. Gold is on the bottom. Okay. So gold will go into there, which is coming out down there. Perfect. Okay, that's working. I can fill these back up. Put my belt back on. That's working. Okay. And then this is where I will put in another cool tunnel, crossover tunnel, that gets rotated, that gets transformed. Nope, I just gotta rotate again. Those pass through, and then, oh, because I didn't, no, I finished that. Oh, I didn't finish the belts down here. Okay, that's perfect. Or do I want that? I guess that's fine. No, I don't necessarily want that, so let's fix that now. That's gonna mess, oh, hey, look. You can float it. I just want a small buffer box. I don't need a big one. And these are supposed to go that way. Then I'll fill it in with lab stands here in a second. And then I think I need to fix that. No, you go this way. Dude, go that way. Oh, you are on the wrong level. Alright. We'll just do this. I need to make sure this belt is connected. Look, guys. I missed it. I think it went by. Guys. Alright. So that's working. Now, priorities to the bottom, which is good. I took all the extra off. So now let's kind of see. So 2027, that's still building up. That one doesn't have, that has a couple. 20. Let's watch this for a minute. That takes one away. That adds one, takes one away. Alright, let's just fill them up. It seems like they might be filling up, but I may need to prime it a little. This is backed up again. Okay. Yep, because let's just rotate. Those are connected. Yep, that's feeding. Alright. I like it. I like it. There should always be a couple extra on the system. That's theoretically producing one more than it's consuming. And then that's, of course, as long as we have enough fuel, which if we run out of fuel, these will back up. But let's just look at a few of these. So that one's running out because these are, I guess, using more fuel maybe. Still, I don't know. It just seems weird why these are not running full production coke. I almost feel like I need to put a priority splitter over here where this gets priority but that's like really, yeah, it's too hard to really fit in there. Because I would have to, where is this going? That's going up a level. Yeah, that's too complicated. Because I feel like there's extra on here and it's kind of annoying me. Like I'm able to get the grinder output. I guess I just gotta experiment. That's not good. No, that's fine. I feel like, again, I feel like these aren't working as designed. There's probably a bug in. Maybe somebody knows and they can give me a comment on why those are running slower than expected. Alright, so let's see. After I loaded these are staying loaded, which is good. So I feel like the system is working. And then there's these buffer boxes in there. They're a little hard to see now that I've got them kind of buried, but there's a buffer box in there. So if it does actually start to overproduce, and then I think everything is connected. So this should be getting, yeah, this is huge. And then I'll probably need to add more storage later. Okay, so let's see if we have a quest. Bulk order. These are always fun to go collect all this stuff. Linens and some soap. We'll start over here. How much soap do we need? A little bit more. Pulleys right here. Box is full. Now that I got that fixed, I think in the last episode, Shauna had an issue. Linen is the easiest. Do I have... There's my ropes. Ropes again. Do I have a box of linens? I don't think I'm even making linens over here. I think this is just rope. Linens I do have over here, though. I know that much. So let me try to organize. Give me some space. Let's make some money. Bulk order. Good. Alright. Steel gears will be good. That'll get rid of some of my stuff. Cannons is huge. Definitely researching them. Those are nice. And then I'm gonna pause here. For you guys, it'll just be a few seconds. I know I said I was gonna work on mushrooms, but since I'm creating all this steel, I need to do something with it. So we'll take a look at gear production, but we'll see. Tomorrow, maybe I feel different. We'll see what I feel like doing once I start up tomorrow, but definitely done for tonight. Right. But this episode will keep going on. There's definitely more we'll do on this episode before it ends. But the cannons are cool from what I've seen. But yeah, I need steel gears and steel ingots. I definitely have plenty of steel ingots. What else did we just research? Lab tables. Those are getting researched. Those will just take steel ingots, I think. And then those are really nice because they very cleanly go over. Maybe this is a good example. I think from what I know, they go over these kind of, maybe not, but from what people, because I don't have ingots steel on me, let me grab some pallets. Yeah, so they go over those, and then these things, I think you have to put it down first and then build the thing inside of it, is what people have done. So if you put it down, it'll still let you put a rock crusher on the inside, unless they consider it a bug. Yeah, I guess not. I have enough supplies overlapping. Okay. I feel maybe people did like a shortcut. Oh yeah, and I forgot you can transform these to put a hole in the table. That's cool. We'll have to come up with some creative use cases for these. Yeah, so they fit there, but you know, they fit over those nicely, which is kind of cool. So like I probably could have used one over here for my little launcher instead of all this nonsense that I built. I mean, it's not too bad, but you know, I maybe could have used a couple of these. Well, no, because I have a grinder under there. They don't fit over the grinders. Yeah, we'll have to see where else these could be used. Plants? Oh, interesting. Okay, so I think that's the primary use case then. You can stack up plants very nicely with these. What would the hole be used for, though? Maybe there's stuff in the future? You know, stacking over boxes would be nice, except it doesn't fit. I guess you have to put the box down after. Interesting. What else? Yeah, it fits over those pretty nicely. Maybe. That's kind of weird. I guess that's the middle. Yeah, it fits in the middle, and then there's some extra space. In this case, on the right side, it should fit over the bank portals. Fits over those. Yeah. Probably fits over. Do I have any other small boxes around? You know, I could probably, I could probably get it to work around those if I needed to stack these for some reason. It's just, I don't know, pretty cool. Yeah, in last episode, I finally got columns. Now that I got steel, it's exciting. We're starting to get, it's backed up over here, but there's the occasional coke on the line for high heat fuel. You know, this line, until I burn out of materials, I turned it off, or I blocked it. You know, I could turn more of this off, because I don't need this much iron. This is to make a lot of nails and whatnot. You know, I've got this over here making nails as well with some iron. So I definitely have enough iron. So I'm starting to ramp this down slowly as I need iron. Yeah, there's a lot of iron. Anyway, a little bit of a shop tour. Yeah, so I've got these upgraded to coke last episode. All right, I'll do one more quest and I gotta pause for the night and get some sleep. Oh, why? Yeah, so that's big expenses. And that system's up and running. So yeah, we're buying 72,000 coal ore, but we're over 200,000. We are 204,000.7, or sorry, 204.7 silver, or 204,700 copper. So 204, we're still 70,000 profit. Very nice. A bulk order definitely helps when you have a nice big bulk order, like another one. Let's go collect these materials. Glass and pulleys. Glass over here. And pulleys. I have a good pulley production. Oh, I got confused. I was driving while looking away at my other screen. Always good. Yeah, I don't have those. We're not doing that for a while. Alright, maybe I'll sound different. Alright, we are back in. So what I want to do is pull some steel ingots out of here and make some steel gears. So this is just a little random rock crusher setup. I'm gonna move all of this, or just get rid of it for now. I can figure out if I need more rocks later, because I have some built up. So let's just, I'll put a new box down for, it's fine. I'll put a new box down for some rocks. I drop a bag. What is this? Random box? Random box, sure. Organize. Oh, okay. It did drop. Bag. I was gonna say, I thought I had more rocks. Didn't see it drop that bag. Okay. We'll keep that much on us. I always end up with these little bit of intermediary resources. Don't really need. Coal's expensive right now, so I'm gonna keep that. I can put it into something that's not burning. And then we were watching these, so I want to upgrade these as well. So we'll keep an eye on these two. Maybe we'll start to upgrade these. So I've got that turned off. Basically, we're gonna upgrade it so they look a little bit more like these. So I do have an extra space here. Let's That's not the right one. Now let's do a shift. And then output, I think I need to keep the output there. I keep the output on the second level. This is where I'm gonna test it over here. These lab stands are supposed to work, but I think the issue, maybe they either fixed the bug, maybe they considered it a bug and it wasn't supposed to be able to do it. Did I get it? There it is. Yeah, so we can't put it down like that. I've seen people online, but maybe this was a while ago and maybe the developers considered it a bug, so they removed it. Yeah, I think people used to be able to fit that underneath. But what I might do, though, is I may still use them, and maybe I'll just lift everything up a little bit. Because it'll save, I think, some material cost. So what are those? 3 steel, 12... Yeah, I've got some extra steel versus just a whole bunch of lab stands, or I guess I could put a box down too, but because ideally I get, because it doesn't necessarily have to be at this level. I was just trying to lift it up so it's above there and keep it in line, or roughly in line, because if I do that, and then I didn't even get it in the right spot. I just want to see, what it looks like to have one of these and keep that in line so I can have the output come out and go down. And I don't know if that hole's gonna mess me up. When you do a cut and paste and you do a transform, yeah, I think that hole messes it up. So when you do this select and then you push T to cut it, it also does a transform at the same time. because a transform normally does that, but when you're selecting, copying, and pasting, or doing a cut, it does a transform. So that's a bug as well. Now for the buying sigil, I think it's going to be an issue. And I may switch stuff around, because if I have output come down, and then I could have the output just go all the way down that side, and then I might flip these around, because essentially, when that's the other issue, I forgot it's not a 1-to-1. I really need that advanced grinder. Where's that advanced grinder at? Let's go look at research real quick. I don't know if it's in this level or if it's further down. So there is an advanced grinder, but I think it's the next level down. So yeah, this isn't quite a simple upgrade. I can't just take those out and replace them. I'm still, because I need to experiment, because these are backing up. Okay, let's do some steel gears first, because that's going to give me cannons, and then I'll finish messing with these. Yeah, because the whole point is, what recipes do they have? So I guess it's really a different thing altogether, because I think the whole point of this was, so that's giving coke, and then these are giving coke powder, coke powder. And then as far as heat value goes, right now that's 540 for just coal. If I grind it up, send it out. But if I burn it in the ants, or if I burn charcoal, or if I burn coal directly, it gives me coke. So that's what we were gonna do, because this doesn't really produce a lot. Even if I feed itself, this isn't really giving us enough to feed the line. So I think what we do is we just do a small one, because these go in the crucible. And then if I want to grind them down, I can always do a splitter. So if there's extra like this, because this is backed up, like those are backed up, that's backed up. Yeah, so just the math seems off. I feel like there's a bug in this stuff. I mean, those are 20 a minute, and right now I have it feeding, I have 20, 40, 60 feeding 6 of these, which is supposed to be 60 a minute, but it's backing up, so it feels like there's a bug somewhere. We'll come back to this. I'm gonna probably just redesign it, because it's not as simple as just take this out, put in coal and grind it. So let's look at what do we need to do for steel gears. We'll do some research here, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I think for now, I'll leave that one off. I'm going to turn this one back on for now until I come up with the new design. So this is a stopgap to produce coke and, to produce coke and get it back out on the line. So we'll leave that as my little stopgap. Yeah, this one, that's whatever. It's turned off. I guess I can take this out of here. Turn this one off all the way. Let's make some steel gears. So goods. We got steel gears. Basically, we just need a processor. These go, what is that, 16 seconds? Ooh, that is some funky math. Because 15 seconds is 4 per minute, so this is a little less than 4 per minute. So let's put a processor down. Probably just elevator it down, and then there's a little spot right there, and then we could put a couple of processors most likely. And then I can bring another storage box down here. So maybe, or I just let it back up there. I don't necessarily need extra storage. I'm gonna be processing these, so processors are down here. And then we are going to rotate on a transform. I'll just go right there. Transform. Let's see what these look like to make some steel gears. Yeah, that's the funkiness. 3.8 per minute. I guess not too funky. That lines up perfectly with one of these. Technically we have 5 going, so maybe I put 4 down, and then we'll have a little bit extra building up. Do I want to... Oh, let's use our cool new lab stands. Except, sort of work, sort of not. So I have to purposely have a gap. That's kind of annoying. It like kind of works, but it only works if you have a gap. And then there's a whole bunch of extra space. Yeah, it's not really worth it. I'll just put 2 more on this side then. Let's do that, and then I can put box like this right here. Rotate. Do I want it like that? No, I want it like this, I guess. Or do I change it so that the output goes on the outside and I move them over more, and then the input is in line? Maybe I do that instead. So these doesn't really matter. It's mostly okay, well, let's move some stuff out of the way. This is why whatever I do, it takes so long. Oopsie. I'll rotate so we can kind of like that. If I'm doing that, maybe I just do them all 4 in a line, and that's even better. So what if we do this, and then I just do it like this, because this thing is wide enough. I always forget how wide I make these things. Yeah, there's enough room for that, and then that simplifies it even more. Yep. We'll just do that. Elevator down. Elevator at the bottom. Rotate the bottom. Don't accidentally connect it to what I don't want. It goes that way. Goes this way. And then there should, I mean, obviously there's backup, so this is just going to flood it. And then we'll move this over here. Oopsie. Move this over here. And that's fine. And then these are now waiting for some output. Perfect. All right. That's pretty simple. We got some steel gears, and I don't really need to move that anywhere else. And we're going to need some of these. So these are now perfectly, oh, that's why. Steel gears. Steel gears. This one's probably not set because I copied from the other side. Steel gears. Okay. That should look better. Now all 4 of those are actually working. This one's going to load up with 20. Okay, so it looks like... Did we run out of fuel somewhere? We are running out of coke powder. Okay, so we are running out of coke powder. We haven't run out of fuel yet, so I need to add another one, and there's not quite enough room to squeeze one in, fortunately. So, and I don't necessarily want to reduce this anymore. Those are all processing now, but these are not. Why did one of these run out of fuel? That one ran out of fuel. That's it. Okay. That's stopping the whole operation. So what I probably need to do is... this is going to be challenging. So, because I'm taking... Yeah, this right here is the main challenge. So these really do take coke powder as a supply. So I have to have coke powder on this side. Yeah, I almost need to, like, add... Because what I'm thinking about is I add this coal as another fuel source option for these. Because this is not balanced. I'm going to have to redesign this, I think. And now that I understand what this prototype needs to be doing. Yeah, this one's just so far away that it's not getting coke powder. Because I had to get coke powder here, and the only way I can think to do it was to take it off the fuel line. Ideally, I'm not taking anything off the fuel line, and I'm just getting enough supply. The reason I kept doing that was like, well, there's more down here, so I'm going to add one. Alright, we'll redesign that later. For now, I want to get it basically a new design of coke powder. So we're going to just redesign this from scratch. So let's take this open space here. So these, I'll end up having to run back and forth. So let me just delete all of this. And then that way I have some space to work. And then we'll start from scratch. Let's make sure I don't hit any of my neighbor. Okay. So these produce 20 a minute. Yep. And then basically I need to do a little prototype because I feel like I can put 4 of these. So I have 3 of these running. So we'll put 1 of these into 3 of those and see what the run rate looks like. Again, it feels like there's a bug, so let's test out. Yeah, it's still annoying, so I'm just thinking through making this a little bit more compact. I mean, what a lot of people do is they just build up and up and up, but for now, this is a design / prototype, so maybe I'll switch like this, because I'm starting to make stuff pretty wide. I'm not going to run all 3 of these. I'm just getting an idea of what it looks like. And then just trying out some different stuff. Sometimes it's just, you can think about it in your head, but it's not always easy to visualize it. So these, I still like the idea of having a outflow. Oh, I do like that idea. So I can basically have it so that, yeah, sometimes I design for like these huge systems and I just need to do small stuff first. But again, just playing with some ideas. So right now, this lines up kind of nice. Those three, and then I'm gonna end up with needing more of these. But let's test out one of these. Oh. See what we did for the day. We are starting to get a lot more profitable. I think I did a mission. Yeah, I had a big bulk order, maybe in a couple other missions, because that's more than just a bulk order. So that's good that our potion box is full. We're now selling a decent amount. I still thought that would be higher. Yeah, we're well over 200 now. 227. So 100 in profit. And we're putting 3 out on the line. Because I got a little bit of space here, I'm just going to go ahead and do this real quick. I want to start upgrading everything that's on the line to be a 3 wide. And then we're just going to put it back out. We may as well go down. We'll go this direction. We really don't need this extra stuff. Okay, so this, we want it to be 3 wide. Maybe I'll go up to 5. No, let's just keep it at 3 for now. And then let's plug it. I feel like that should start taking... Did I put it in backwards? Arrows in. What? Oh, because I gotta do that. Okay, now it'll start taking it in, putting it out at 3. So I'll let this run for a little bit, and then it'll convert everything. And then I got this one. This is my money from the shop. So this one is set 3 silver. It's kind of annoying because you set, oh, it's right there, converting silver. Okay. Oh yeah, those could be, I forgot, you can take your extra steel and craft it into silver. Well, let's look at that real quick for outputs, materials. Oh, it doesn't show it. What? Interesting. It shows it there. Crafted at the processor. Let's take a look. Processor, yeah, it doesn't have money down there. That's weird. It shows it here. That's kind of a bug. Sort of a bug. Sure. I wonder how you get it to give you that process. All right. Distraction done. All right, so that's giving 3 silver. This will run for a while. It'll convert everything that's on the belt. Make sure it's 3 silver, because I still have a lot of single silver there. Okay, so let's take one of these off. I'll just take this little partial one. And then the goal here, so I can feed it with some fuel for now. Let's go like this. And then we'll put 3 crucibles. And then I'll put some blocks up. So we need 3. So we'll test one of these feeding 3, make sure it doesn't back up. And then for these, go like this for now. Maybe I'll run this down the middle, or I'll just put some blocks over here for now, just to give me some working space, because I don't think these, oh, those are the same height. I'll just put these here for a second to give me some working height for grinders. This again is just a prototype area. I wanna try a few things. So now for these standard grinders, basically you want to have it so there's 3 here, 3 here, because right now I'm doing 2 per grinder, but it feels like it's not enough. So this will be perfectly divided. This will be perfectly divided. What am I running out of? Oh, I don't have any lab stands there. Okay, these are perfectly divided. Okay, and then let's what I've done in my other videos is I'm just gonna, I guess I could put some boxes down, but I kind of like to see a visual on the belt so you see what the output looks like. But let me try to be a little bit fast about this. Copy. So this will see if we're backing up, because really I should only need 2 of these. Each one of these should only need 2 grinders, but stuff is backing up like all the time, and it's getting imbalanced. Like these are not feeding. I mean, maybe that's been my issue this whole freaking time, is like those belts aren't working. I mean, those just say they're processing. Yeah, I just saw one come out, so okay. Frustrating, man. So that's why I'm doing this experiment. So let's get an elevator up. So we want that to go in at the bottom, out at the top, and then this will perfectly divide. Since it's going in the middle, this will perfectly divide across those. I need to turn the furnace on. I don't have a lab stand there, so I can't see it. I can see it from over here. What can I get rid of? I'll just put in the good stuff. Okay. So let's grind up some stone and see what it looks like. So this is from a fresh start. Furnace is already on. So theoretically, nothing should back up. And then the other thing I'll probably do is I'll turn the furnace off, and then we'll see with this side here backed up, how does it work? Like maybe it needs to pre-charge, but it feels like nothing, absolutely nothing should back up. And then I might do another quick test over here with just what the minimal input's supposed to be. So minimally, it's supposed to do, so we should see these be fine. Yeah, so nothing's backing up. I'll let that run for a couple minutes while I set this up, but I have a feeling it's going to be just fine. So this one, I don't really need all this extra space, but we will, I'm just going to copy 1 for now, and then we'll put 2 grinders down and see why this is not working. I don't really need those blocks there, because I could just go like this and then belt in, or shorten these up by 1, and then let me get some output here. See, I don't want that. I want these to be separate. Yeah, so nothing's backing up. Yeah, it's only grinding 2 at a time, so I feel like it's doing better. These are not backing up. Oh, I ran out of rock. Okay, let me grab a couple rocks. Now, theoretically, oh, I think that was the other issue. I think I do need, yeah, because that's 20 a minute. I'll put another stand over here and scoot this over. Oopsie, that's fine. I just need to, or I just need to move that over to this side, fix the belt, and then I can fit the other one here. Belt.
18.
Like that, and then we can copy from here back. Oh, that's why I need that space. Yeah, because I need a belt into 2 of these, so we'll fix that. Copy, change that belt, copy, like that, get this belt. So this is how it's supposed to work. Then move, oops, move that back 1, except I pushed the wrong button, which is okay. And then we'll belt those into those. So this is supposed to work as well, so I feel like I know this one's working. So the other test I wanted to do is basically let it back up at the grinders first. So for this one, we're going to start with this test, this thing cooking first, and then the coal, and then this one we're going to let these back up. I guess there's still some heat in there. I'll let it burn out and then it'll back up. But this one's cooking, so this one should be balanced. So we should not see a backup at all. And then that just probably means I don't have my design correct somewhere down here. Like that's, like it's not splitting these correctly between the 2. Like it's definitely 20 in there, 20 in there. Those, yeah, maybe that's my issue. Maybe I just need to send more down to the bottom first. I don't know. I'll have to redesign it. I just need to double check these to make sure. Okay, so that's backed up. So let's see what happens once I turn this on. The good stuff doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so this is not backing up. So yeah, there's something else going on in my design over there. Let's take these off the belt. I should just put these into a box. I mean, I'll delete the belts and it'll give it to me. Then I'll just feed it in a box over here. Transform, rotate, and then I can just feed it into the line there. Okay, so that's the good news. This is working as expected, right? So let me back it up and then see. So part of the issue was once it backs up, it doesn't ever balance itself. So if you turn it on from the beginning, excuse me, if you turn the heaters on at the beginning, it works, but once it gets backed up, it always stays backed up. And then if these back up for some reason, these always stay backed up. So it just looks funky. Like if I pull some of this material off here and here, it'll look a little bit more balanced. Well, I guess because it's like full all the way up. Okay. So now this should look more balanced just because I pulled some extra off. And then maybe the same thing's happening over here. It looks imbalanced because stuff's backed up, but that's because I didn't turn them on in the right order of operations, or this runs out, which is happening, which maybe I need to have it so that these aren't, because these have priority, but maybe if I lock one of the ports, I just need to get the right angle and get to this one. So take this off, if I can time it, put wood in there, which is sort of happening anyway. It's only ever using the one, but I can try to feed some more into the belts. And then I'll feed some extra into the system. If this one is getting like first priority. And then I just need to get to these back ones, and then to get to this back one, if I can. Right there, right there. Okay. So it's still fuel, so it can burn if it actually runs out, and then I'll leave it so this one gets double, and then maybe that'll help. And then I'll just belt in what I took out back into the system. So let's do that over here. I'll put down one of these and do like this. That'll go in, and then I'll belt in some extra. It's gonna end up, I don't know, we'll see what happens anyway. Okay, so I feel better. All right, I'll pull all of this up. So I feel better about this being balanced. So these actually work when it's balanced. So I just want to pull up all of my lab stand nonsense. Yes, you can give me all of that. And then I could pull up all of this. Yes, I know. Okay. Empty that out. Here. I'll give you somewhere to take your stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was doing that little experiment where yeah. Okay, let me take this. That's almost out anyway. Here, I'll put it on here for now, and then oopsie, that's I want organize. Where did it go? Did it even give it to? Oh, there it is. It's the little guy. Okay. So for now, I can just collect these. Whatever. I'll just collect this stuff, and then we'll update our design. Okay. Whatever. It's backed up, but not backed up. We'll put a little bit in there to let that last stuff burn through. Okay, so as far as design goes, 2 of those feed 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 2 of those feed 6 of these, so these 2 aren't really needed. So as far as how we build up our line, we can do it 2 wide. And then I still need, basically I have it so the fuel is here, but we're really just doing grinders, so the money can be on this side. Oh, I have an idea. I think this is what people do, is they go like this, and then you can catapult your material up into a little buying station, and then I can bring my material down. Okay, I like this design. I like this idea, because then I can bring those 2 up here. I'll need a little bit of extra space, so I'll probably put a bridge over these. So then what I'm thinking is take this and I'm gonna rotate it like that. And then in the middle, how much space is there? Yeah, that has to basically go like that. And then in the middle, I may need to build up and bridge over. This is getting tall, which is okay, but I can get cannons now, so the cannon can basically shoot money up to the top. And then I can have one buying thing and a short little belt that basically puts material down into these two things. Okay, I'm starting to get an idea of a design. I like it. And then now that I have steel, I can also build these guys. So these can bridge that whole assembly that way. What's the next one? Even bigger. That is ridiculous. That's like, holy moly. I can't even get my mouse far enough away. So this is designed to bridge two whole things. Oh, end of day. Oh, I forgot to do a mission. Hopefully it wasn't urgent. Let's go look at missions. I get so, like, my headspace goes directly into just building stuff. 136, because we've been experimenting about some extra coal that I didn't really need, but I'm putting it back on the fuel line, so it's not a waste or anything. What is that? 120 there, yeah, 155, so still profitable, but a little bit more expensive. And did I get lucky? Okay, I think I got lucky. A random request from yesterday. And we got some steel gears. Oh, and I need to put some steel gears in the shop. I've got this over here, and I now have cannons. So let's see, how far can a cannon shoot? Let's build a cannon. I think I can angle it. The obstacle and projectile path. Yeah, so it doesn't... I can shoot to those. I can shoot there, which is kind of nice. So maybe I move my bandages down further. Where are my bandages? Over here? Where are they getting catapulted? I think... Oh no, or this line over here. So I could probably put a stand down, and then I could probably cat up. Let's see if there's a spot. Oh. Hey, right there. Okay, let's put cannon down. This area is a mess, I know. Oh man, this area is such a mess. And I think technically I could have it so that I just elevator down and over. Okay, so we're gonna move the bandages down. So get rid of that. And then let's do this real quick. I'm gonna try rotating this guy to see. I believe I can just rotate it. And then I think, because it has like that little swivel base, so I think it can go any direction. Yep. Super nice. And then I'll just do a little elevator down, and then I don't have to... This is a quick fix over here, so down. Okay. And then this will let me cannon to that there. So once these get picked up, I should probably... Let me clear this for now. Because I want them to buy all these bandages. It's gonna take maybe a day. I just need to remember to come over here, and then we can get some gears. For now, I could put some gears manually just so I don't lose any more reputation. I'll just put some gears. I guess I forgot I have all these shelves. There we go. That'll solve that problem. I'll still leave that because I set it up. Okay. And then let me plug those in, and that'll catapult gears right there. Okay, we need some vitality potions. We need some wooden pulleys right here. How many pulleys do I need? I got enough. And then potions, I need 60 total. This box. So I need 60. I can't split those, take those. That'll give me 80, which is enough. Okay, we can sell a couple of random requests. Oh, this one's bigger. Interesting. Random requests, but more materials, more value. Excellent. We have way too much money on us, so let's see how our belt is looking out here. So I probably don't need to everything. There's still some single coins out there. Interesting. Oh, because it's only getting 50%. Let's do this. We're gonna make sure we get all of the coins. All of the coins. All of the coins, I said. Okay, so now it's gonna guarantee we're getting more coins, because yeah, we were just doing 50%. Every other coin came into here. Now this is gonna be 50%, 25%, 12%, 12%, unless it backs out 12%. Divide that, 12 and a half, 6.25, 3,128. So 1.5 plus 6, so 1.6% of the coins will not pass through here. So very likely, I'll let this run for a little while, and then we should be able to get all of our coins. So we're selling gears now. How valuable are gears? Let's go look at gears. Goods. Yeah, that's a pretty good price. We've got really good steel production. This should be backing up still. Unless I break stuff, I need to put more. I'm just gonna take all of this and fill that box. I need to make sure this system is full. Because this is most likely what I'm gonna end up having to do is supplement it. Take this little setup over here and copy it and move it over there, or just take it and scale it down. Yeah, I might. Now that we have cannons, maybe I can cannon some money. Let's see if I can put... Oh, the other thing, now with those steel beams... Oh yeah, we don't want this monster. That thing is crazy. So this one, I think, is good, because I can... Yeah, we can lab stands over here. I think I need to be at that level, and whatever, I'll just do it. I don't think I'm gonna... I think that's the right level, but I might need one more up. Okay, I can't see. Oh, because I hit the T button again. That's that nonsense. When you cut it, yeah, I have to go up one level anyway. So let's go up one level, and then this is such a kludge. Oh my goodness. All right, rotate. Darn, it is not long enough by one. That is kind of frustrating. So to work around, I would have to try to put a stand. Okay, we're just gonna tack it on back here. I got a little bit of space, so I'll delete that later. So I'm gonna end up basically, yeah, we'll go like this. I'll move it in, but we'll go like this, because it'll basically just feed off of that line, and then I'm gonna feed the line directly. So then we'll take one of these, and then I need to put the crucible. We're just gonna put one crucible, so it's not gonna use a lot of fuel. So this will be sipping fuel. I'll put one. I guess I can put it like this, and then I'll still need... I think I'm still gonna need a couple of stands. I was trying to see if I could sort of squeeze it all in, but I think it's gonna be easier just to do this, and then I can feed the crusher. I'm just doing it all on one level, so it's slightly easier. And then I think there's still enough room for this. No, not if I go like that. There is 3, 4, 5. I could... Yep, I think what we're gonna do is I'll move these this direction, and then we'll rotate this guy. I want that in the middle, basically, so then this will come out. Sure. This will come over. And then I think I still need, and then I'm gonna be blocked a little bit. This might be okay, because that'll work. That's the issue. I don't have. That's why I needed that extra space there. Okay, I'll just put some lab stands and a catcher for the money, and then I'll rocket money over, or I'll rocket money from here into this. And then that still might make it okay for me to rotate and two grinders. And we'll go like this, and then I'm gonna need lab stands or blocks anyway, so go like that. Or no, I just wrap it around itself. Yeah, I don't need these. I can wrap it around itself, and then will there be a gap here? I think 1, 2, 3 excuse me, 1, 2, 3, and then there'll be room. So I think this is empty. Let's take a look. Yep, that's empty. Okay, and then this will be, I need a block down on the bottom here. And then this is going to elevator out the bottom and at the top. 2 grinders go this direction. Grinders, 2 grinders go this direction. And then I'm Tetrising it in, so it's going to fit in right there. And then this elevator will go right here. And then the elevator's coming out on that same level. It'll feed itself and the rest of the bottom line, because I need to make sure that this bottom line is not running out of fuel. Excuse me. I could move it all forward 1. It doesn't really matter which side I have. No, because that'll interfere, so we'll leave it like this. That goes like that. This goes like that. Technically not balanced, but not that big a deal. That goes like that. And then I need some lab stands and a number 4, a number 7, that. Okay, so this is all ready to go, and let me put a small belt off of here. Alright, we should be done with this. Let me take these out. Oh, I grabbed a couple of blocks, unfortunately. Not that big a deal. Okay, there's nothing in there. I feel pretty good that most of the line now should be 3 silver per stack. Okie dokie. And then now we need a cannon. Cannon some money over to the other side. Cannons are just so much simpler. Where are cannons? Cannons are right here. Rotate. Yeah, keep it compact. Keep it even more compact. Oopsie. While I'm in here, I suppose I'll clean these. Carefully select each one, and did not carefully select each one. A belt. You go that way. Okay, so nope, you go that way. Okay. Okay. Did not carefully select each one, and then this will target that, but I need to plug this in, so let's move this up. Why are you complaining? Because I did not grab my thing. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, that looks better. Sometimes you just need a bird's eye view. Okay, so that's pulling fuel. Let's cannon money. Set this to buy. Do I have any on me? No. Okay. Like those. I don't mind having 3 up there. Again, this is oversupplying this. That's whatever. I don't want to make it too optimal. I just needed to plug in a little bit extra. I mean, I probably could have had to put the grinders over here. And then, so I can optimize it later. It's still sort of in its footprint. You know, I did make it spanned out 1 this way, but that was an easy place to plug it in and be on the fuel line without having to redo belts or anything. Okay, so I feel better. This bottom line is already kind of full, but it's filling up, which is good. And then this is always, again, giving priority to itself, so these should be enough to really feed these 2. Okay. So yeah, this thing right before the day ended, let's go check missions, but yeah, this is built to span 2 of these blocks. So theoretically, if I needed a hole in the floor, like for stairs or for some other reason, you know, I could have some beams go this direction. You know, if I wanted to build some stuff here, but I wanted to still have some extra beams going across for some reason, you know, you could have a couple of beams here, and well, I'm out of money, but you get the idea. So I could have some extra beams, and then you could have a whole bunch of elevators going down or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Access to the big beams. All right, so this design, coming back to this, actually I'm gonna pause here on my recording, but I'll come back to this later today. I gotta go work on some other stuff. So this is all done now. I'm gonna take the fuel out of here and we'll at least clean up this half. So I'll finish this part here. Yes, it's gonna give, and then essentially we're gonna copy this side here. It's not complete, but I just wanna make sure I kind of remember where I'm at. So copy, I didn't really copy it all, but that's okay. Rotate, put it in line. So the idea is something like this. Oh, except I didn't get it close. So the idea is something like this, but I think, because I need 2 grinders, so I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14. That was the issue before, is these 3 take 6 grinders, so one of these is really gonna get expanded out. So this setup would go a little bit more like this, and then I'm gonna still have to expand these out, so I might do like 3 this way with some grinders that come down. Like I could rotate that, and then I don't know, we'll play with it, but I kind of like this idea. This sort of messes up my design a little bit. Or what was I gonna do? Maybe I flipped these around. No, I was gonna have output come down, and then I was gonna try to fit grinders in here. So I still could do it that way. I just need to add space, and then I still have to double decker the grinders. Okay, we'll have to keep playing with this design because I need 6 grinders in here for 3 of these, which means it's gonna still be twice as wide. You know, I'm gonna have 1 extra on this side, 2 extra on that side, and then so it's not super skinny anymore. Or I've got to switch my grinders to be in a line, which maybe I do by rotating these top ones again. So I face 3 that way, 3 this way, 3 that way, 3 this way. But then I'm still just as wide. Okay, let's go look at missions, and then I'll pause the video. Or I might end the video. We'll see. I'll do an outro. Okay, so we just need some healing potions, and then we'll pick it up next time. So in the next video, we will continue on making a nice compact production system. So next video, come back for that. We're going to work on this here to make this a little bit more compact. So let's turn in our mission. Always appreciate you guys watching. This has been a really fun series, starting to get into some really complex builds, and hopefully you guys are kind of appreciating a different perspective on different ideas of how to build stuff, how to plug it together. But yeah, we'll come back next time. We'll work on making a little bit more compact version of this, finish the design on that. So appreciate you all watching. Take care.